Hello and welcome to Royal Oak Comics Party, Episode 2. With us today is David Livous.
Hello.
Our very first guest of all time.
I'm excited.
Me too. We have no plans of what to talk about, of course. But, I mean, as far as having nothing planned, there's Dave is the most, experienced traveler, world traveler, social engineer. How would you describe yourself?
Social engineer kind of hit it. I don't know, I bounce around the country looking for random stuff to do. Go to random places around the world as much as I can. And live my life.
We were looking at we were stalking you on Facebook earlier today and saw some Berlin pictures.
Yeah.
That was ages ago, kind of, but
it was like 3 years ago,
3 years
I think.
ago?
Yeah.
What were you doing there?
Berlin was filled with debauchery. It was like vomit on the streets every Saturday morning and broken bottles everywhere. Like people going to clubs till the sun came up. Berlin was one of my favorite countries, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's a good place to bum around. You're an American on the road.
Well, you said social engineering. I don't know. What are you engineering? What are you building?
Nah, I go to different places and then I find people and just get into their heads. Like,
What are you extracting?
I'm just build little teams of people to do my bidding in random cities.
Do you have such teams everywhere?
I had an awesome team in Berlin. I met 2 Italian girls. At this, they have this party where they shut down the entire city, and every street performer, musician who does anything comes out, and it's all over the city. So I ran into these Italian chicks, and then we became best friends out there. And I had a buddy from the United States, and we just sat back and raised Germany for a few weeks.
That has a strong, digital hardcore connection too with Alec Empire and friends.
Yeah, Germany is really into electronic music. The first thing I saw when I pulled into Berlin was some old man blasting techno in the middle of the night. This dude had to be 60, 70 years old, just blasting techno.
Is that good?
I read mad Japanese comics, and then they always start up all messed up at the beginning, and they turn to something super.
I think that's good. Have you been reading comics recently?
Yeah.
Do you have any current favorites?
Yeah, Naruto.
Oh.
It's the major fight in the series is happening right now.
Are they on the issue 4 million of that?
I mean, it's almost over, I think, because it's the major fight in the series, Sasuke versus Naruto. And they're all God level and stuff. It's so ridiculous.
I don't know anything about Naruto.
I don't either.
Is it like Dragon Ball? Are they leveling up
it's
throughout
a cartoon
the series?
where they made it so the characters grow up with you. If you started watching it years ago, they're about 18 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
39.
Yeah.
Can't tell, but I'm hearing it.
That seems like a problem. I wouldn't mind keeping it in. We've got plenty of time.
I definitely don't move that much. So you're telling us every episode of Naruto?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I make these T-shirts though. They're really a cultish.
Is that a pagan
I took
thing?
a picture of the Baphomet and just changed the face. Put a woman's face on it.
Where'd you get her face from?
I just had this girl from Germany draw it for me.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I think we should live in a society that leaves more into the occult.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, I do too. Are you deeply into the occult?
I'd like to be more. So I saw this thing on the news where they're building a church, a Baphomet statue in front of the Oklahoma.
Yeah, I heard about
was
that. I think we're getting our first Satanist worship hall in Detroit too.
Yeah.
Aren't they building
Yeah, I think.
something?
Yeah, that was the thing in my head. The two events were the same because the articles would come so quick succession on the internet.
Did you say it was Oklahoma?
Yeah.
I think that's been in the news for more time, and now they're actually doing it. I think the Detroit thing is a more recent one.
I just like to see more of that in our society.
Is it like Levian things? Is it like a Levian type?
I like
group?
the old school, like where they actually like worship goats. They, you know,
More Bloods.
and I don't know about like bloodshedding because it wasn't all about that. It was this group of people in the Middle East that said Satan came down like a peacock and gave mankind wheat. And they found their temples from 10,000 years ago in Turkey.
Wow.
You know, it almost predates Christianity, but it had the same like Adam and Eve stories in there and stuff.
Huh. He gave him wheat?
Yeah. But you
Like
gotta
the
think-
wheat, the technology of wheat?
Yeah, it was like, here's this plant. He was a peacock. He was like, here's wheat. And then like...
How is he holding it?
Yeah, I don't know. It shows pictures of it. Like there's like huge statues of the...
Of the peacock with the wheat in
Yeah.
its mouth? Or did it have like a
They
backpack
gave
or
man
something?
agriculture, you know?
Yeah.
And with agriculture, we could move around.
It's about time we said thank you, Satan.
It's the thing, like, it's not the literal story, it's the figurative story, maybe. But there's
But
also
this-
the picture of the dove holding, like, the grape leaf or something like that, and it's...
Oh,
his
yeah, the
little-
olive branch.
The olive branch, yeah. One of
But
those.
it's a story from 10,000 years ago from a group of Satan worshipers, you know? That predates, like, Christianity. Christianity came from, like, Abraham came from Babylon in, like, 3000 BC.
So the dove thing is like a rip-off, like knockoff version of the Satanist logo?
Of the satanic peacock.
It's just like with Scientology, they take a lot of stuff from other religions and then they mix it up and to make one strong modern religion. They did that with Christianity, you know. They dove into like Babylon, Egypt, and other places in the Middle East, and then he made this new religion, and a guy named Jesus Christ came and started a cult based off of Abraham religion.
Was that? Do you think that was just because it was easier to do then? Like nobody heard anything from like more than 30 miles away, so you could like say
Well, their
you made it up.
stories were extremely accurate, like with word of mouth, and like they were recited like every day with different people, so you know.
Like to practice it and make
Yeah.
sure it was right and everything.
Yeah.
I think you get the evolution. You get the evolution of the tale over time by like a copy of a copy of a copy, where it does change when
Like
you have
the
like
phone game?
folk
You mean
tale.
even,
Yeah, the
like
telephone game.
unintentionally.
My history teacher said they were pretty accurate though.
Yeah?
Because then somebody had it written down somewhere.
When did writing become a thing?
Like
10,000
Yeah,
years
about
ago.
10,000 years ago.
Sumerians or something.
My
Is
history
that
is not
the
so
right
sharp.
one. They
Yeah, I
had the
think so.
they had the letters that looked like the Dinotopia letters. So
Yeah. I don't know history. I don't know what Dinotopia is.
that's that book where like it's all like pre-steampunk, semi-steampunk stuff, but all the steam is dinosaurs.
Okay.
It's this book they used to have at the library in the 90s a lot.
Okay.
Everybody rode around on dinosaurs.
Like the Flintstones.
like a fancy like suburban like Flintstones or something, like a Roman Flintstones or something like that. I don't know.
Raptors and stuff. Like, may I help you?
May I help you? Right this way.
You
sir.
notice how, like, on the Flintstones, they like poop right into a bird's mouth.
Did they actually do that? And then they're always saying it's a living afterwards.
It's a living, yeah. Because maybe it was the giant pelican toilet bowl.
That actually sounds real now. I'm picturing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was official Hanna-Barbera canon or not.
No, I'm pretty sure there was, like, toilet bird, you know.
I could see also them kind of glossing over that, and it's like the pelican toilet didn't like that they had slammed his bill closed too hard, and that was what he was really
Yeah.
upset about.
They never showed
Are you going to have a
poopy.
book about this next?
I hope so. Like bad, it's a
horror.
living. The horror.
So it's the close-up of the pelican's eyes.
Maybe like a single tear rolling down his face.
Like super bloodshot and just like the tear comes. I can see that.
It's a
being.
Oh
living.
my God.
That'd have to be the name of it. It would have to look like a really happy children's book. It's a living. Learn about the different jobs in the Flintstones world.
Yeah.
But then inside it's a hall of nightmares. The one that has to be the garbage disposal. The one that's the toilet.
You ought to be some sort of gopher they have jammed in their sink. The coat rack was always an animal, wasn't it?
Was it?
That seems like
even
such
the
a waste.
Oh,
umbrellas.
yeah.
They were all animals, like living creatures.
The
Think about
chairs
that.
and everything.
But Flintstones was made before like animal rights was popular, you know? Seriously.
I also think there was the whimsy of just like they were going along, like, oh, and the pelican's the toilet, you know, and they weren't even thinking like this really suggests a deep grotesquerie. I don't think they were even thinking of it. It just didn't enter their mind.
Like,
And I
okay,
kinda like
everything's animals, you know?
Like a mutilated moose's head is the coat rack coming out of the wall. I could see that being a
No, I think
Reptile
it was
moose
like
head.
a bird. It was
bird?
like a living bird that just stood there and he just threw their coat
Oh, and
on
it had to open and close its mouth to hold the coat.
or something.
Is that how it
I don't remember. I know they had that commercial with Fred and Barney smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, the Winston,
Oh,
Winston
yeah,
tastes good like a
Winston's.
cigarette should commercial with Fred Barney. Yeah.
My grandmother told me, like when she was a kid, they would have commercials saying menthol cigarettes cleanse your lungs.
Yeah.
Which I think is true. Was in that commercial, did they take the cigarette embers and put it out on one of the animals who was the ashtray?
Well, I know that
It's
the
a living.
premise of that commercial is like Fred and Barney are being like their wives are expecting them to like do stuff around the house,
And they're behind
and
the house?
They hide behind the garage to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
Like,
smoke Winston's like teenagers. That doesn't suggest something.
that commercial managed to be like vaguely sexist. Use a children's cartoon character to sell cigarettes. And I would hope that they did extinguish their cigarettes on a living animal.
Well, in the Jetsons stuff, all the slaves are robots, right?
Yeah.
So they just changed it. No one in that era could envision a future without slavery of some
Yeah, I
kind.
know. That's the surprising lack of black people they have in the show. Like, you just replace all the black people with animals.
It'll work out fine.
Nah. We'll call that chair Paco. It'd be some type of like living furniture. You know?
Oh, man.
Oh my god. Oh man.
It's like that's the world. Yeah. All sorts of human rights violations and whatever.
Are we gonna make an episode of that where all of the animals are filling out forms at like the department?
This is This is going to be the grimmest episode of this
Ooh.
show ever.
It's cool, man. Hell Satan. Be one of those.
I agree.
Comics Party 2014 represent.
Well, we were just talking about urinating.
Oh gosh, I'm so ready to do that.
I know. I don't think either of us can go more than like 10 to 12 minutes without using the restroom.
A
But I
nice
was
12 minutes cycle.
This has been like 24 minutes almost, so it's all over now. But I was at the Renaissance Center on a shoot, a video shoot the other day, and I like in between the things that I was shooting, I had to run to the bathroom, and I'm like, I can't wait, so I'm like comically running through the middle of the building, like across a catwalk, like you can see me going across, and there's this other guy who's about to go into the bathroom, and he's like, he turns around and sees me running, and he just holds the door open, even though he was going into the bathroom, which was embarrassing in the first place, but then like, he opens the door, I run, and he's like, you look like you needed it more than I did, and I'm sitting there, and I'm standing there, peeing, and there's like, he's one of those guys who like will not stop talking to you like while you're peeing.
I always
he's
tell
like,
those dudes I enjoy pissing with other men around.
yeah,
I was like, I can't go unless somebody's standing there talking to me.
you need somebody. But he's like, he's like looking over at me, and he's like, yep, this is pretty good. Feels real nice, doesn't it? And I'm like, yeah, feels good. I'm feeling okay. And he's like, man, this is real unprofessional, but you know, sometimes that sure feel better than a nut. I was like, what? I suppose it does. I've never really thought to compare the two.
That's like the perfect commercial for a bathroom. Like TA, sometimes our toilets feel better than a nut. Clean bathrooms across America. TA. Like wearing this shirt feels better than a nut.
We could be like the ad agency where we only sell one ad campaign, and it's that. Oh, we can check
Winston's.
Feels better than a nut.
Oh, man.
This is going to be the lost episode.
Can you say feels better than a nut on this station?
That seems like a gray area.
I mean, like, yeah, sure. Like pack of walnuts, you know.
Yeah.
Squirrels and nuts and all that.
That's what it was. That's what he meant. He was like he sold the candied peanuts and walnuts and almonds at the fair.
And he was eager to tell us that urinating felt better than his product.
Yeah.
Dude, that was another weird thing about Europe. Was like all those dudes in bathrooms, like with like napkins and stuff.
What, like the attendant?
Yeah, they got a little bathroom attendant at McDonald's.
At everywhere, like even at the McDonald's.
A lot of places had it. Like,
what did they give you? What did they have?
They want
in there?
like 50 cents for using the bathroom. They give you like a moist towelette. And so like,
can I get a dry one?
They're like, your whole job, I gotta like take the worst poo ever, you know? And then you just gotta stand in this bathroom and take it.
Are they just throwing the most towelettes over the top of the
come
stall
get it
at
off
you?
of, but I'm so embarrassed. Like, I wish nobody was in this bathroom when I went like that. And now you want 50 cents to humiliate me.
That's your fine.
Yeah, or he's like, you feel bad not giving it to him because he's just sitting in there and you know the bathroom's just like vibrating.
Do they have the whole little setup like where they have all the little bottles and
yeah, they have
peanuts?
It depends on where. Like yeah. And I thought that when he said feels better than a nut. Like that guy passed out his little concessions in the McDonald's in Amsterdam.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I don't think I've even been... Like, you only get that type of bathroom attendant service at, like, the fanciest places around here. I've never even been to a place with that.
I've been to, like, parties, and I've seen that dude in there, especially in L.A.
Like sometimes even at like a Majestic or whatever, there'll be some random guy.
Yeah, there. You're right.
That's so people don't have sex in the bathroom, though.
He doesn't look very authoritative, though.
Oh.
I don't know how he would.
Like I could see you over this toilet.
I don't think he had a gun. You just have to tip him really well.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Throw him $5. Like, what's a good tip for that guy?
I don't know. Anything more than
spot.
like a sorry glance.
Yeah.
But if you give him even $5, you have free reign. You own the bathroom for the evening. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, you gotta be smoking in there or something, like some type of privilege.
I was at one place and I went into the bathroom and it was like, oh no, it's like the trough urinal situation.
Yeah.
Which I will not do. I will just stand there and piss my pants because I will not go to the trough. But there was the bouncer in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I just said, there was no lock on the stall door. I just told him, will you please not let anyone in the stall door while I'm in there? And he was very helpful with that and kept me safe while I did my business in private. And I was quick, so he knew I wasn't doing drugs in the bathroom. It was delightful. It was a good time. I should have tipped him, but
Oh,
Hindsight is 2020.
and traveling, you see all this gross trucker graffiti inside of those stalls. Like, meet me here at midnight, stuff like that. Tap 3 times.
You're looking at your watch like, whoa!
There's a lot of gross trucker graffiti nationwide. Like, I'm like, should I call this number? You know, he's sitting there.
See if it's legit, like auditing the numbers. You can,
Yeah.
That'd be, you got to get one of those phone recorders.
Number
What is that?
actually works.
What is that? What is this? It's like it's not Craigslist. What is the other one where it's like something you pay for and you rate like contractors and stuff like that? It's for people who are fancier
Is
than
it
us.
Yelp?
No, it's Angie's List or whatever.
I've
You could
never
run
heard
like
of
this bathroom service where you
Yeah, to
rate
see how
like how
legitimate
accurate
the
any of the
graffiti
graffiti is. Check this guy out. He's totally legit. He will be here at right night.
Yeah. Get out of this stall now.
It'll have like the little Twitter verified logo right next to it.
Yeah.
Accurate as of 10/14. Watch your watch.
Yeah. Big Joe is coming. But if you're looking for a good time, stick around.
If you're looking for an awkward or dangerous time,
I think we're running out of time.
out of time, and my bathroom urgency is so intense.
All right, I can get down with that.
Well, thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for
Dave.
being on.
Yeah, man.
If you're going to be in town for a while, we should.
Yeah, I'm like.
we should
yeah.
have you back and plan a little more
Yeah.
concisely.
We get some questions together.
But thank you so much, sir.
All right.
And we'll see y'all soon.